The Nazis effectively blurred the line between oppressor and victim inside their KL system. Let me explain. The Nazis had a major problem in the inmate to guard ratio, especially as the war dragged on and more SS troopers were needed for the front rather than guarding the camps. And to that end, they use a system of capos, or supervisors, to manage much of the day-to-day activity inside the camp by promoting inmates from within and having them lead blocks of other inmates. These capos were responsible for the facilitation of labor, the maintenance of inmate barracks, the distribution of food, and often the distribution of violence to those who were non-compliant. First-hand accounts, like those in Josef Debretzny's Cold Crematoria, show us the tyrant capo, swaggering, abusing their power, reveling in the cruelty that they get to visit on others. However, more comprehensive accounts, like Vossman's KL, show us a capo who is very much a victim and also a perpetrator, and images of who the capo is and what role they play blur depending on the sources that you're reading. So much so that even our first major reckoning with the KL, that being the Nuremberg trials, struggled to account for what capos were and what level of blameworthiness they held. If you asked Brezhnev, the swaggering capo hoarded food, distributed violence with abandon, and acted as a sadistic lackey for the SS guards. However, in Vossman's account, we see a capo who is acting from a place of abject terror, knowing that if they fall short of the SS's unrealistic expectations, as they often did, they would receive more violence, more neglect, more abuse than the inmates that they supervised. My question for you that you can argue over in the comments is, who do we blame for violence on this scale? And how much individual accountability does the average cruel capo deserve given their circumstances? Let me know in the comments what you think, and check out my science fiction novel, The Night Sky Darker, which is available in print and on audio if you want to support me directly. Thanks. See you next time.